Yo, if you're a man above 35, you've been hitting the weights and you're feeling the grind, joints aching, exhausted, getting hurt, this video is for you. My name's Ed Shanks. I've been working out for 30 years, and today we are programming your training to build lasting strength while preventing injury and quitting. We're going to go over my once a week split tweaked with the 80-20 rule. 20% push on the big lifts, 80% on the rest. Your body really starts to change after 35. Testosterone levels start to dip, growth hormone levels drop off. You got life, you're exhausted, you're just trying to survive. You can't just go hit everything as hard as you want in the gym, all out 100%, and expect to recover the same way. When you're 20, you can get away with it. Your body is forgiving. But when you're older, forget about it. What I do is I prioritize one compound lift per body part per week. I break it up into a 4-day split. Simple, what you do is you go all out 20% on that compound exercise, and then 80% is going to be your moderate work for your time under tension for the rest of your accessory work. This is all backed by science. Athletes all over the world are using it for multiple sports and different disciplines. When you train smart, you train for longevity, and you get better results. I've got 4 key principles. Principle number 1 is your compound anchors. This is your 20% push. This is where your strength and your power are going to come from. 20% of your work will give you 80% of your results. And that applies through everything in life. What you're going to do is you're going to warm up. You're going to keep increasing the weight that's comfortable. I usually go 8 to 12 reps. And then on that last set, you're going to go to failure. You're really going to push yourself. And that's it. You're done with the push for the rest of the day. Principle 2, time under tension. This is going to save your joints while also helping you to grow more muscle and give you more hypertrophy. You want your sets to last longer, and you want less rest in between your sets. So let's say for your chest day, after you do your bench press for your compound exercise, you're going to be following that up with incline dumbbell press, 8, 12 reps. Control the weight down. Make sure that you keep the time under tension. Your sets are lasting anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. And you're not trying to go to all-out failure. You're trying to work the muscles, keep the blood flow, just really feel them working and get the pump. Principle 3, you got to track everything. If you don't track it, then you're not going to know what's going on, especially with the heavier weights. You need to know if you're getting stronger or you're getting weaker so you can adjust what's going on. If you're getting weaker, that means you need a deload or you need to switch up your exercise selection. Give your body something new because obviously you're burnout. The 4th principle, this one deals with recovery. one body part a week. I know there's tons of different ideas on frequency for lifting. A lot of people love doing full body workouts. That's fine. German volume training, sure, whatever. But for me, I've always done the best with one body part per week. It just gives my muscles and my central nervous system enough time to recover. And recovery is so important as you get older because if you're not recovering, you're not going to make progress. I use this principle, really started using it after my neck surgery. Let me tell you, you go through something major like that, you think you're invincible, you find out you're not. Well, after that, I knew I had to change my training. And when I got back in the gym, my recovery wasn't the same. Well, applying the 80-20 rule really made a difference. First part of my workout, I work up to one heavy, set, all out to failure, compound lift, and the rest is going to be for metabolic conditioning and time under tension. You do those 4 principles, I guarantee you'll get results. And one last thing, every 4 to 6 weeks, you need to back it off. You need to go down to like 50-60% of your working weight, especially on your heavy compound exercises, just to give your tendons and connective tissue enough time to adapt and to recover from the stress that you've just put them on for the previous 4 to 5 weeks. All right, enough yapping about it. Here is your 4-week sample plan. If for some reason you can't do some of these compound exercises or you want to switch them up, that's fine. But this is what's always worked best for me and for all of my clients. Day 1, chest. Start with bench press, 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Go to failure on your last set. Exercise 2 is dumbbell incline presses, 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. The third exercise, dumbbell flies, 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. Go real slow on the negative, make sure you get a good stretch in your chest. Day 2 is back. Start off with pull-ups. Do 4 sets with as many reps as possible. The next exercise, lat pull downs. 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Really feel the contraction when the bar hits your chest. The last exercise, T-bar rows. 4 sets times 10 to 12 reps. If you don't have a T-bar attachment, you can do any kind of row. Seated row, dumbbell rows, it doesn't matter. Day 3 is legs. The first exercise is hex bar squats. I stand on a plate or 2 plates and I put wedges underneath my heels. I also keep my torso upright, that way I get maximum work on the quads. Exercise 2 is dumbbell RDLs. I like dumbbells because I can keep the weight closer to my body in a more natural position with my grip. The third exercise is straight arm front squats. I do these on a wedge to get extremely low while keeping the weight counterbalanced in front of my body. I like to finish up with my favorite unilateral movement, the foot elevated lunge. 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps each leg. To finish up the week, arms and shoulders. The first exercise is standing overhead presses with the barbell, 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. If the barbell doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can use dumbbells seated or standing. The next exercise is standing side laterals. Really try to feel the medial head work on these. Also, bend slightly forward to get more of a contraction on the rear delt tie-in. The last exercise for shoulders is bent over laterals. 4 sets, 15 to 20 reps. I try to keep the reps high because I feel like that works the muscles of your shoulder the best. The next exercise, barbell curls. 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Make sure to grip the bar wide so that it doesn't hurt your forearms. The last exercise of the day, tricep pushdowns. 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. As far as tricep exercises go, nothing works mine better than doing some kind of tricep pushdown with the cable. I know that this plan's going to work for you, but there's some mistakes that a lot of people make that can really mess everything up. Mistake number 1, going too hard all the time. If you're going to failure on every set, you're going to get burnout. You're going to hurt yourself and you're not going to make progress. Mistake number 2, you got to keep the time under tension. Okay, this is important. Time under tension is one of the biggest factors for gaining muscle while also preventing damage to your joints. If your sets aren't lasting enough, then it's just not going to work. Mistake number 3, you got to track this stuff. Get an app. Use your notes. That's what I use. I use the notes on my iPhone. Copy paste every week, and I track everything. I'm tracking so that I can see what's going on. I can see how my body is responding to the training. It's also a good indication to see what's going on and what I need to do to adapt. If I get hurt, I can look back and say, hey, I was doing too much. Let's change it next time so that I prevent that from happening again in the future. The 4th one is the biggest one, especially at our age. You gotta respect the recovery. You got to. If you feel off, if you don't feel like you're getting it, if life's just been too demanding, you stayed awake too late, kids need help, they're sick, whatever, take time off. You're not going to lose anything. I promise you. It's more about the consistency over the long haul versus missing 1 or 2 workouts in a week because life was so hectic. If you do these or prevent these 4 things from happening, this plan is going to work great for you. If this split tweaks your routine, subscribe for more 35+ tips. Real strength that lasts. Comment, what is your favorite go-to compound anchor exercise? Watch my Why Strength Training Stops Being About You video next. And until next time, stay strong, train smart, peace.